Now, so in step one, you created your identity. You'd keep your word, start raising your self-image, start raising your self-worth. Step two, this is where it gets fun. This is some of the things that we were talking about yesterday. This is where you start to create brand new, what's called micro agreements. These are brand new agreements with yourself of things that you don't normally do, that you want to start doing, and you create very small micro agreements every single day. And by creating these micro agreements, you're able to have success every single day. By show of hands, when you accomplish a task, do you feel good? Yes or no? Even if the task is making your bed. Who here makes your bed religiously every single morning? Okay, so one thing that you can do as a micro agreement to start feeling amazing, because by show of hands, when you make your bed, do you feel good? Who feels good after they make their bed? Nice and high, let me see. 100% of the room feels good when you make your bed. So if you start making your bed every single morning, you think you're going to feel good? Yes, why? You got a task accomplished, you're going to feel great. Even after you brush your teeth, who feels a little cleaner and you feel good, right? Because you wake up in the morning and you're like, God damn, I need to brush my teeth. Or somebody tells you that, go brush your teeth right now, right? Guess what that is? A task accomplished. You do it anyways, you do it naturally. However, I want you to start to create new micro agreements outside of your normal routine. Outside of your normal routine. Every day. And this is daily. Micro agreements means small wins. Small tasks. Small wins, small tasks every single day that you can go towards. So if, for example, we're talking about money, right? And you want to start to develop a wealthy person's mindset. So every single day, you start to do little micro tasks, micro agreements towards money, such as, can somebody give me an example? What is a wealthy person's mindset towards money? What do you think? From what we just talked about in the last segment before the break. Living from a place of abundance versus scarcity. Tip more than you normally tip. So if you normally tip 10%, tip 15. Tip 18. Does that make sense? Another micro agreement would be if you're having a problem with your health, right? A micro agreement would be tonight. So don't do it as tomorrow or next week. A micro agreement is daily, just daily agreements. Keep this very simple. Daily agreements. That tonight, I'm going to have dinner at 7 o'clock and I'm not going to snack after that, period. A micro agreement. At lunch, I'm going to eat a salad with a protein, period. Micro agreement. Today, I'm going to drink 1.5 liters of water, period. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about next week. Don't think about next year. Just today. Make sense? And you create these micro agreements every day. Eventually what will happen is small micro agreements over the course of time equal 6 months, equal 2 years. I met a husband and wife. They were married 80 years old. So they were married, I think, 65 years. And I said, hey, what's your secret? It was fascinating. They said every single Sunday we get together and we ask each other, are you happy this week? Were you happy with me this week? And if we both said yes, they said, do you want to continue for another week? And they did 60 years that way. And the times where they weren't happy, they said, is this a problem we can solve? They solved the problem on the Sunday and they asked, do you want to continue for another week? That's how they lived their life, 1 week at a time. Isn't that way less more stress than thinking that you have to make these monumental lifetime decisions? You don't. You need to make a decision today, stick to your word today, and then when tomorrow comes, you reset that commitment. Because you know the beacon of the person you want to become. You know the beacon of the self-image you have that you want to have. You know the beacon of the person you're becoming, don't you? When I say beacon, I mean you know where you're going. You guys all know, like in an ocean, there's a lighthouse. That lighthouse is your home. That lighthouse is the person that you're becoming. At least you know how to get there. This is what we're talking about. Every day you travel maybe 20 kilometers, 100 kilometers in your boat. Create micro agreements. That is number 2.